What's up, YouTube? It's Professor Kelso, but nobody calls me that. Today I want to talk to you guys about something we've been working on this week, which is objectively evaluating one's jiu-jitsu. And so this is a thesis that I had when I first opened my school, that I wanted a mechanism in place by which we set forth the school's overall long-term goals, and we have a way to objectively track and measure that. And then the students have a way to objectively track and measure their progress and the actual efficacy of the program. And so, what does that look like? It starts with first, what are we doing? What is Jiu-Jitsu? It's so important to me that it's on the wall. Jiu-Jitsu is the science and art of control that leads to submission. So everything that we do needs to map onto that statement. That's obviously a John Danaher quote. What does it mean? It means I will teach you the science and you will make it the art. I will teach you the science through base, posture, structure, frames, levers, wedges, cognates, etc. And then you'll make it the art by your temperament, your body type, your preferred game, etc. And so we know the definition. And then what else do we need? We need a mission statement. We need something that guides us and tells us how we're going to get to the jiu-jitsu. And so let me just look away for a minute here. I'll bring up my cell phone and just actually read you from our social media and from our website. Our curriculum is systematic modern jiu-jitsu, applicable to both traditional self-defense and competitive sport. And so right there in the very first line, our curriculum is systematic. A lot of times you'll hear people say that they have a system. What they typically are doing is saying a misnomer. They really don't have a system. They have a way, or maybe better yet, a method. An actual system is going to have input, throughput, output, and then redundancies ranked in place by hierarchy. And if one is not familiar with that, there's definitely good research. There's definitely good resources on what would make an actual system. I recommend this book here. I'll put the link down below. This is Thinking in Systems by Donella H. Meadows. And so let's look at some more examples. We are a studio with a singular goal of skill acquisition. That's good. That's something to note. We achieve this through radial learning, like cognates. See my video on cognates. By using deliberate and deep practice. Deliberate practice would be constraints-led approach to learning, and then deep practice, which is practicing just outside of one's comfort zone. And a good example of that would be the 4-skill drill. I'll have a separate video coming on that soon. And so, we want to define jiu-jitsu, we want to have a mission statement, and then we want to use actual literal systems that we can track there. The mission statement kind of ties into having a motto. A lot of times you'll see a school will have a slogan or a motto, maybe on their patch or on their hoodies, etc. And oftentimes it's like, we're a bunch of killers, we're so powerful, we're warriors, we're Ghostbusters, we're all these things. Sometimes it's, I'm an alpha wolf, and if you come train with me, you can be an alpha wolf too. The whole pack is alpha wolves. And the funny thing about that is, as a side note, there's no such thing as an alpha wolf. Dr. Robert Greene, who brought that premise forward, debunked his own premise as a further update. And so when someone speaks of alpha wolves, they're exposing themselves for not knowing what an alpha male is, let alone the inception, that the premise that was put forth by the chief alpha male then went on to debunk alpha males. So just a little sidebar there. And then lastly, I believe that you have to have a culture that supports what you're trying to do. I try to teach jiu-jitsu like it's a university-led course, and so in that setting, there's none of the traditional stuff of martial arts. There's no bowing, no clapping, no chanting, no uniforms. What would my motto be? My motto would be 60 minutes of jiu-jitsu every hour. So in other words, what we do is what we are. Everything we do maps onto the mission statement and maps onto the definition of jiu-jitsu. And so that's just an inside look of how I evaluate jiu-jitsu using these different types of skill drills, and then letting the students then immediately give me feedback on what they're having trouble with. We work on putting together a game plan and working together from that. So I hope you found some value in this presentation. As always, my compensation for this presentation is your participation. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope to see you on the mat soon. Peace.